Go on, stranger. Plenty more shades looking to fight with you out there. Oh, good. Somebody's here to save me from myself. Names are there to be forgotten, stranger. You shouldn't be here. May the fates favor your journey. But just in case they don't, here, why don't you take this? You again? Then here. Fates know I'll not be needing this. Move right along, stranger. Let's skip the pleasantries. And here I thought you must have given up already. Enjoying the splendors of Elysium yet, stranger? Don't let me interrupt your stay in paradise, stranger. Returned to take more of these trinkets off my hands, have you? Oh, it's only you again, stranger. It's only me as well. Take one of these and then just leave me be, stranger. I'd like to be alone again, stranger. So you go on ahead. No need to linger with me, stranger. Go. Why your path keeps on crossing mine, I've not the slightest clue. Some other time, stranger. Right now I'm preoccupied with sitting here. There's nothing you can do to help me, stranger. Can't you see I'm busy whiling away for all eternity? A fine whatever time it is to you, stranger. You haven't lost your will just yet, I see. Expecting I'll still be right here next time, stranger. Just go already, towards your next death or whatever else awaits. You're back again, I see, and just in time to take one of these blasted things from me. Leave me be to my eternal paradise, damn you. I shall not take up arms again, stranger, not even against you. Begone from here, we've nothing to discuss. Go haunt some other corner of this realm. This one is mine. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Do I look like I want to talk to you? I'll wait for him, however long it takes. You tell him that. I pray Achilles is surviving well. And same for you. It's good of you to visit, though there's little I can offer in return. Please make yourself at home here in this corner of eternal paradise. Do let Achilles know I'm doing well, and I'll be ever patient here. What is it? What is it, stranger? What is it that you want from me this time? What would it take for you to leave me be? I doubt there's much that I can do for you. What would you have me do? I've no shortage of time to spare, I guess. You're interfering with my quiet time, you know. Yes, what is it this time? Here's what I have that I can spare right now. Might I somehow assist you then? How can I be of use to you, stranger? Makes little difference, I should think. If that's your choice, then. Certainly, stranger. So be it. It's all the same to me. Whatever suits you. Well, then, it's yours. Then very well. There. Now leave me be. Now go. I won't be needing that. All yours. I doubt it'll be of much help. It's something, right? Stranger. You again. You're back. Oh. It's no use. Nice try. I only wish. I'm already dead. Doesn't work like that. I'm beyond that. Happens every time. I'm afraid not. See? Nothing. I felt nothing. I died already, thanks. Don't waste your time. Leave me. Come off it. If only. You're hopeless. What's the use? Let's say we fought, if anybody asks. Now go. I've no quarrel with you. Besides, I'll just remain here comfortably at rest for some untold millennia, I guess. Have a nice, whatever time it is. Still toiling around within Elysium, I see. Battling my brethren. In the name of glory, is that it? Your father? Ah, that's right. But you're the prince, aren't you? You must see plainly, then, what your birthright amounts to. You're no better off than any of us here. Now go. You again. I told you to stay clear of me. Your father's quite the big shot around here, but that means nothing to me, understand? Go, and tell him he can cast me in the pits of Tartarus for all I care. It'd be a welcome change of pace from being put to pasture here. I was unkind last time, stranger. Forgive my indiscretions there, or don't, but I wished to apologize. You have no power to release me from this coil, I'm afraid. So just go on about your business and leave me to mine. Stranger, I am warning you. If you keep showing up like this, I'm going to have to find a new nickname for you. And you are better off. This place is for the greatest of the Greeks. Do I seem like the sort to fit in here? Go on and chat with Theseus, or someone of that sort. Tell me, stranger, if it pleases you. How is it you keep running into me? I thought this the remotest corner of Elysium. When chance is too far-fetched to be believed, then it's the fates at play, or something else. I don't know whether to believe you, but I know that I want you to leave me now. You mentioned something of your parentage, stranger. I have a question on that subject, if you please. Your father must have records of the dead, so I was wondering if you might do me a favor and look up the whereabouts of someone I once knew. I seek one called Achilles. Was rather famous once among the living, but among the dead who knows? I thought he would be here, but he is not. It's just, I simply miss him, stranger. That is all. Something the matter there, stranger, or have you come to torment me some more with idle chat? That name. So then you've seen him, have you? In your father's house? And want me to believe he said all that? You'll forgive me if I am a little skeptical. In life, I left Achilles, and in death, he left me. We're even. And we've nothing left to say to one another now. We haven't, no. And I don't think we shall. But you can humor him for me, I guess. Tell him I'm doing perfectly all right, won't you? So, how's Achilles doing lately, stranger? I figured you could tell me since you've all this access to him, and I don't. You don't fully understand, but hope. I see. Well, if you do get to the bottom of this little mystery at some point, you'll indulge me, won't you? He's never going to return to me, is he? He's in your father's service now. He's never getting out. Neither are you. How bold. So what do you intend to do? You're leaving anyway. Does he? I'm past the point of making promises, but I pray the fates help you in your endeavors there. I'm past the point of making promises, but thank you for your words. I love him still, in turn. I pray the fates help you in your endeavors there. What is that on your wrist there, stranger? Let me see, is that a bracer of the Myrmidons? But then, a keepsake? From a friend? You tell your friend, then, that Patroclus waits for him, and that he holds no grudge, should he return to him. I see. A gift. Well then, you let Achilles know Patroclus waits for him, and holds no grudge, should he return to him. What is it this time, stranger? You're quite effective at locating me, but not so good at leaving me in peace. You think this place a paradise? At least down in the depths there are so many other souls with whom to share one's misery. No offense, I know that you're just passing through. So, stranger, how goes willful disobedience of late? Would that I, too, had it within me to defy the gods. No use trying to reason with my brethren here. Many of the shades whom you've encountered, why, I watched them throw away their lives when they were men, yet still they seek to prove to one another and themselves that they are great warriors. Why would you waste a proper vintage on the likes of me? Questions that are better left unanswered, I would guess. Ah, a means to drown my sorrows temporarily. That's good, and rather kind of you, I have to say. Oh, here in Elysium you have to win this stuff, so I have rarely had occasion to enjoy it. Thanks. You're much too kind to such a wretched shade, you know. But I'll not turn away this type of thing. Just the relief from misery that I was looking for. A fleeting feeling, really, but I'll take a fleeting feeling over none. You owe me neither time nor generosity, and certainly not this. But if you truly have no better use for it, forgive my bluntness, but why go out of your way for me like this? Ah, so you are taking pity on me then. Well, I've no pride like many others here, so I shall take it. Though let's make it a fair exchange, shall we? Oh, although... But anyway... Ah, you... Well... So then you've seen him, have you? In your father's house? And want me to believe he said all that? You'll forgive me if I am a little skeptical. In life I left Achilles, and in death he left me. We're even, and we've nothing left to say to one another now.
Ah, just a stranger passing through, I see. Not in the mood for conversation now, stranger. Go on about your business there, stranger. Good fortune getting out of here, stranger. Here's something for the journey still to come. Prepared to face the champion soon, stranger. May this aid you against the champion out there. Be careful with my brethren out there, stranger. Battle with glory and all that, all right, stranger? I would prefer to be alone for now, stranger. Just don't go starting any wars you don't intend to finish, stranger. What is that on your wrist there, stranger? Let me see, is that a bracer of the Myrmidons? Achilles. Well, now, if we were so unstoppable, we'd not be here, would we? May that bracer protect you more than its like protected our phalanxes. Must say that's an impressive spear you've got there, stranger. Rather like the one Achilles held. He gave it to you then, followed him beyond the grave, only to be handed off. I'll bet. Perhaps you'll even come to surpass the body count Achilles piled up with it back in his day, seeing as you seem to have limitless opportunity to use it. You know, stranger, there was a time Achilles would have killed someone for taking up his spear. But there you are, like you own it. Oh, there's no need to get all philosophical about it. It's a killing weapon, nothing more. He's just as obstinate as ever, isn't he? Always refused to budge. He ever tell you of the war in which we fought? I fought, I should say. He could have ended it, but he refused to take up arms. He shared our cause. So what if it was not completely his? If not for his stubbornness, I would have come here just a bit later, I think. I wouldn't know a thing about that, stranger, for you see, I was already dead. Getting my place here in the afterlife all sorted out. Took quite some time, getting accustomed to all this. A question, if you don't mind, stranger. Because I've had one nagging at me since we last discussed the subject. What exactly happened to Achilles, can you say? After I died, that is. I've heard the rumors, but I don't trust any of this boastful lot. So then, he threw away his life. Soon enough after I lost mine. Yet despite vanquishing an army on his own, he wound up in the lowest pits of Tartarus. Instead of here, among the great. Our ashes, you say, together. The fool. We could have lived, not been reduced to meal for the worms, but... I appreciate the information, stranger. Now, please go. Forgive me, stranger, for, in retrospect, I was too terse after you told me what became of my Achilles. Tales of his climactic battle I had heard. The stuff about his ashes and my own, that was all new. Oh, we've all seen our share of pain by now. But knowing that he cared for me in the end, after the end, it dulls the feeling of it for a bit. As do these conversations, I guess. I've meant to ask you something, stranger. Would you mind doing me a favor, please? If it happens to come up along your path. Suppose I ought to tell it to you first, prior to asking a response. If I know my Achilles, then he's being rather guarded when it comes to this predicament we're in. How can somebody be so brash, yet hate to take unnecessary risks? Just let him know I said to risk it all. It's already long since happened. I dare say that right now, provided what you've said is true, then it appears we've more to gain than lose. Isn't fear for the weak? He really can't. Though I keep telling him it's true. Nothing's accomplished without risk, isn't that so? But we of course have you to thank, stranger. Our troubles needn't have been your concern. Well, no need to get emotional, is there? We Myrmidons, we're not the sentimental type. Achilles is simply on break, is all, from a demanding job. You've a demanding job as well, so here, my customary gift. Well, if it isn't the ward of Achilles, come to visit us. I don't know how I can ever repay you, stranger. I'm quite sure that it isn't possible. That I had plans to do regardless, though, if you should think of something else at any point, please do let either of us know. Good. There you are, stranger. Settle something for us quickly, Would Achilles not make for the perfect champion of Elysium? For I think almost anybody would be better than the current one. It seems then I am overruled. But I know champion material when I see it, and I see it now. Achilles has returned to work for now, but waiting for him, knowing he'll return, rather than waiting for the sake of it, for nothing. Such a different feeling, stranger. I'd forgotten it entirely, I think. Anger fades, I guess, stranger. Even the famous anger of Achilles. Anger burns hot, then burns out. What's left is a dull ache, but underneath it, there was something else. It felt as though, well, I was still alive. That feeling, it's worth holding on to. It's good to see you again, stranger. You don't mind if I keep calling you that, no? Couldn't find a better nickname for you, after all. Besides, I don't want to cause you any trouble. You'd give the precious gift of ambrosia to someone like me, stranger. A gloried thing like that. Why bother? I should be just another shade to you. Well, perhaps I'll try. You're not so bad, you know that, stranger? Careful with that, or you'll undermine the ruthless reputation that you have. You're thanking me, stranger. I've been here for some time, I think, and yet some of your customs, I'll admit, remain quite strange to me. You've done more for me than I've any right to expect from anyone. You jest, but I do not. I'd offer you my lifelong gratitude, but, well, you know. And I'm Patroclus, by the way. I'm realizing now we've not officially met. It's good to know you, Zagreus. Stranger. You've ample time for fishing, have you, stranger? And here I thought you'd more important business to attend to, though it's not for me to judge, I guess. Oh, I'd not take your mind off this fight if it's one that you hope to win, stranger. I once took my mind off a fight and, well, I wound up here. Well, truth be told here, stranger, I do mind. You speak as one who's not experienced a war. Those of us who survived, or you know what I mean, we do bear some responsibility to history. But all the same, it's not a time and place to which I would return. I trust you'll understand. How to describe what somebody was like? Everyone who saw him on the battlefield agreed he was magnificent, stranger. His allies and his enemies alike. But there was more to him, I think. A certain outlook, a sense of justice. I knew him before he was a warrior. Only reason I suppose I liked him. I heard you've vanquished Theseus however many times of late. Or someone matching your description has, stranger. Almost had to laugh when I heard that. Though, I suspect he hasn't learnt a thing. You're quite notorious around these parts. The tales of your father's monstrous son, kept under lock and key within his house. Fear and ignorance make for great stories, no? Couldn't help but hear the rattling of battle chariots of late, raucous laughter and the like. You've really riled up the locals this time, stranger. Your arrivals are becoming a bit of an event, I'd say. And yes, the champion and his bull friend are likely at the center of it. You'll have to forgive me that I've no intent on attending your contests, but, well, here. Even the bull of Minos couldn't stop you, huh? That's one whose way I would stay out of if I could. But, well, you'd not be here if you couldn't handle yourself, I guess. Oh, you're correct in that assessment, stranger. But as you've seen, I've no ability to stop others from coming and going as they please. So I do tend to hear a thing or two from passers-by. Oh, that. Just something I'd been meaning to get rid of, but it can be difficult, discarding trifles from the past. Knowing it's provided you some benefit is welcome news. Did I once wield a spear? You could say that I did. I had my moments with it anyway. Even once slew a demigod. He's probably somewhere about. Quite awkward running into those you killed, but in Elysium it's all taken in stride. Well, what's it going to be this time, stranger? The Hydrolite? Maybe the kiss of Styx? Oh come, this is Elysium. Taking such things for granted is the point. We gloried shades receive our stipend of the finest goods, so we can battle till we've had our fill. But I've already had my fill, I think. Oh, I'm a little rusty. But he's not. Still very much in tip-top shape, except more able to control his temper, I should think. Achilles swayed me into realizing some activity may be quite good for me. And besides, if we can aid you in a pinch, that's worth my while. It has been rather tempting, yes. And I have taken sips from time to time. But I've some memories I'm not quite ready to give up on yet. You're back. You're back, stranger. Ah. Oh. Welcome back. You're back. It's you. Achilles, look. We have a visitor. Here comes our guest. Well, look who. Stranger. Stranger. Hello again. Come now. Not in the mood, stranger. Oh, come now. Do as you like, then. Not in a fighting mood. Oh, please have mercy, stranger. Spare me, stranger, please. I won't be fighting here. You caught one there, did you? Did you just catch another? Good fishing, stranger. You showed that fish all right. Very clever, stranger. Another catch. Another catch, huh? Please, leave me be. A noble victory, skillfully done. What good's a fish down here? Fool of a fish. It should have been more careful. At last, the rivers are safe. Too bad, stranger. It got away, did it? My sympathies, stranger. Good fortune never lasts. You keep on trying, stranger. Figured as much. You'll get him yet, I'm sure. I saw nothing, stranger. You missed, did you? Tough fortune there, stranger. I thought you had that one. Be well. Farewell. Good fortune. Take care. Take care of yourself. Till we meet again. Keep going. Goodbye. Bye, stranger. Bye. Help yourself. Here. Here, then. Take it. It's yours. All yours. Certainly. Of course. Very well. Don't need it anyway. It's all forgettable, with just a single drink, and yet I always hesitate. Where are you now, I wonder? And what thoughts are running through your mind? So damned obstinate about every detail. Always so unyielding to your doom. The fates decided this for us, I guess. And so, who are we to complain? What more could I have even done? Could I have swayed you any other way? I tried, with all my might, with all my heart, you must know that. And still, it was never enough. You chose to die in glory, not to live in peace. And all for what? Such a waste, all for your foolish pride, that you should care more to be remembered by those you shall never know than to be loved. We were invincible together, weren't we? Though I have never missed those days. I thought that I was lost, just wandering, but not even moving, just being here. When is he going to return again? It's been a bit too long. That blasted God. I hope that he is treating you with every due respect. Who would have ever guessed the that someday we would meet again within this place. I wonder where you are, presiding over some proud hall somewhere. Let's see. The glade looks nice and orderly of late, I guess. We've all the rest of time together now. The fates were gentle with us after all. The fish are positively teeming, aren't they? That was an amazing day indeed. A moment. We have other company, I think. Oh, I'm not so certain about that. Are you quite sure? Come now, I don't think that's anything to be concerned about. Always the stubbornness. Well, fine. Have it your way. Isn't fear for the weak, my friend. Ha ha. Wait, my friend. Someone is here. Ha ha ha. Oh, it seems we have a visitor. Ha ha ha. Someone's coming. Wait. But it would seem we have a visitor, don't we? Though look there, that's your ward approaching. No? It's good to see you once again, stranger. Now here, we're faring well enough, and may you fare the same. You've come to be a welcome sight, stranger. May you prevail in your battles still to come, stranger. We were just wondering when you'd arrive, stranger. Achilles and I were just passing the time, I guess. I and Achilles here still have a lot of catching up to do. Fight like my friend here used to fight, stranger. May all your fears leave you behind once you walk past that door. You'll show that champion of ours, won't you, stranger? I'm pleased to be of any help at all. First a visit from Achilles, and now you. Please stay as long as you would like here in our little glade. Take caution with our battle-loving brethren around here. If you can make yourself at home in such a place, please do, stranger. Just restocked on these battle trinkets if you'd like one, stranger. You've become quite the talk of all Elysium of late. Our so-called champion isn't as popular around here as he used to be. Ah, yes. Here! On our way. Ready. We hear you. We hear you, stranger. Yes, stranger. We'll be right there. Be right there. Steady, stranger. This shall be quick. Achilles. Achilles, together. Together, Achilles. Together, my friend. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. We have this. Right behind you. Just like old times. Yes. Ready here. The bull himself. Ah, the bull of Minos. Why, it's the champion. Hail, Theseus. Ah, the champion. Let's fight a god, I guess. Quite an adversary there. Don't think this is our fight. Fearsome opponent there. Farewell. Fight on. Fight on, stranger. Godspeed. Godspeed, stranger. We're back. Once more, then. One more time. Already here. Won't work here. Huh, what would that even do? I'm here already, thanks. It's like you've summoned me. You have my thanks for that. Great heroes. Haven't you seen by now what they are like, stranger? Not all entirely what they're cracked up to be. But there were good ones, yes. Suppose they're mostly keeping to themselves, like I am here. Perhaps we'll run into each other, down the line. Sometimes it's our differences that make us drawn to one another, no? And at other times there's no accounting for taste. I often don't know which is which, and they can have each other, far as I'm concerned. Never quite considered. You're related to the gods upon Olympus, aren't you, stranger? I should be far more careful around you. Well, you would be wise to watch yourself with some of them, I think. Don't get on anyone's bad side if you can help it. Which, when I yet lived, none of us could. You ever been in love with someone, stranger? Might be a mortal's only thing for all I know. You gods have strange relationships, I hear. Ah, that's good. Cling to the feeling, then. And if you lose it, reach for it. Search for it, no matter what, all right? Because without it, well, there isn't much of a comparison, I think. Perhaps you shall, some day or night down here. The feeling comes with pain, and plenty of it, but the pain is worth it in my limited experience. And once you find that feeling, Cling to it as tightly as you can, if you don't mind my saying. I'm sure enough, stranger. I travelled far and wide whilst I drew breath. That got me rid of any wanderlust. This little corner suits me well, I think. I have the statue there, the river. It's quite nice. You look positively beaten there, stranger. Let's see if we can't get you on your feet, for I can do the listless sitting for the both of us. Oh, you look terrible, if I may say, stranger. Perhaps one of these trinkets can be of some small help. Achilles tells me that you're here to stay, at least for now, stranger. A welcome bit of news, assuming, of course, that it's for the best for you. That sounds agreeable to me. Then, you take care. There's been considerable talk of late about the Queen Persephone, stranger. Your mother, it would seem. Sounds to me your tale's almost as complicated as my own. I can only begin to imagine. May she help govern all of this with wisdom and with grace.
I'm grateful for everything you've done, for all your patience and your kindness. I want you to have this. When chance is too far-fetched to be believed, then it's the fates at play, or something else.